Hello and welcome back to Vox Terra. Today I want to share with you an article from Yale 360, an article which first came to my attention on a show called Democracy Now! And this headline from the article should be screaming news and everybody should commit it to memory. The concentration of atmospheric CO2, carbon dioxide that is, has hit 415.39 parts per million. Which is the highest in 3 million years. Now on my show I'm known sometimes to slip into some of my native accents, so I just want to say oye amigos, to help you remember, recuerdo, this amazing bullet point, talking point that you gotta commit to memory. Let me just say again, from Brooklyn this time, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere hit 415.39 parts per million, the highest in 3 million years. The highest in 3 million years. And this, according to Yale 360, is higher than before humans ever existed, according to scientists at Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii. CO2 levels are now rising 3 parts per million each year. The last time CO2 levels were this high was during the Pliocene epoch, when the Earth was several degrees warmer. Sea levels were an estimated 50 feet higher, and forests grew as far north as the Arctic. Now don't get the wrong idea about forests grew as far north as the Arctic during that time period. Don't let that lull you into a false sense of this heating planet is somehow all going to balance out eventually. Maybe eventually in the long term, but in the short term, this rapid heating, due to all the addition of greenhouse gases, largely from the burning of fossil fuels, is stressing out the forests. They can't keep up with the changes, and the heat is causing drier conditions in many places, making them more susceptible to wildfires, as the heat is also not killing off many of the natural pests like the bark beetles, making the forest weak and unhealthy. According to Rob Jackson, a professor of Earth System Science at Stanford University, Earth was a very different place. You would hardly recognize the land surface, and my gosh, we don't want to go there. But we are there. We are on our way there. Now, quoting Ralph Keeling, who's director of SCRIP's CO2 program, this increase is just not sustainable in terms of the energy use and in terms of what we are doing to the planet. And Mr. Keeling goes on to say, we should be saying no, this shouldn't be happening, it's not normal. Well, why haven't we been saying that? As I pointed out in many of my shows, due to the influence and the power of the fossil fuel petrochemical industries in the mainstream media, but also their PR machine, which has infiltrated much of the conservative movement and wrapped itself in a conservative cloak of patriotism, false patriotism. And as I've shown you in previous videos, we are already living with the changes. I will cite to you below my show at YouTube to one of my earlier videos about the EPA, what Trump didn't want you to know, and the climate change indicators that have now been updated to show the expansion of wildfire season, the greater intensity of wildfires, the expansion of pollen season, the changes in disease vectors, the increase in heat waves, the increase in strength of tropical storms. And I will cite for you again in my earlier video about NOAA and their findings of the heating Arctic and how that's now creating what I call dire feedback loops of the planet beginning to heat itself due to that retreating ice. So I hope you found this video helpful, that you can add now to your talking points, because we need to be the difference. We need to make the difference. We need to speak to others. So you can add to your talking points that the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is now at its highest in 3 million years. And I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel. Please click that notification bell so you know when I'm putting up a new video. Please like, please comment. And until next time, peace be with you.